rolling. Here we go. What's going on, guys? Reza here. Welcome to my very first YouTube video and to my YouTube channel in general. I'm really excited today because this is the very beginning of hopefully a long journey for me, both on YouTube and as part of the Tesla family. Around 24 hours ago now, I took delivery of my 2021 Tesla Model 3. In this video, I want to go over some of my thoughts and my first impressions of the car, as well as cover some of the newer features that came out with the 2021 model. Yesterday, Tesla actually dropped the car off at my house, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. To be completely honest, it was a little bit underwhelming. I am going to make another video covering my entire delivery experience in full though, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But again, in this video, we're just going to go over some of my initial thoughts having used it for the last 24 hours or so. Before I get into the details of this video, I do want to talk about the configuration that I went with. So I got the long-range Model 3, red exterior and white interior, as you guys can probably tell, along with full self-driving. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the actual topic of this video. Like I said earlier, I am coming from an ICE car, a low to mid-range ICE car, and honestly the difference is night and day. When you get in a Tesla, you kind of feel like this is how every other car should be. You can just walk up to the car, you don't need a key anymore because your phone is your key. It'll automatically unlock for you, you get in, it'll automatically start, and it'll turn off for you when you leave. And it's so simple that a lot of times I just feel like I'm forgetting something and I still haven't fully gotten used to it yet. Throughout the past day, I've caught myself getting in the car and then reaching to turn it on. It takes me a second to consciously realize, oh wait, I don't need to. The next thing I've had to get used to is the minimalistic interior design of the car. I personally love it. I think it looks so much better than my previous car did. But with that being said, there are a couple of things that I feel like take a few more clicks than they normally would. So for example, adjusting the AC, the levels for the heater and stuff, that can take a few more clicks. And also the glove box is something that I've heard some people complain about, that it takes a few clicks to open up, and it would be a lot easier if there was just a button that would unlock it for you. I was half hoping this would be a change that would implement in the 2021 model, but it's still not here yet. Again, not a huge deal, just a slight inconvenience. So with that being said, let's talk about what's new in the 2021 model. In my opinion, the biggest change by far, and what prompted me to finally place my order, is the range upgrades. All Model 3s got range upgrades across the board. The standard range went from 250 to 263, the long range from 322 to 353, and the performance from 299 to 316. It seems like all the cars are carrying bigger batteries, and it's always nice to see improvements in battery tech. If this was the only upgrade to the Model 3, I would have still jumped at getting one because I've been in the market for a while and I've been waiting for a little while, but there are a few other minor upgrades around the car. So starting from the exterior of the car, there are satin black trims all around the car now, where there used to be chrome trims. I am personally a huge fan of this change, especially because I think it matches so well with the Aero wheels that I got. Personally, I think if you did get the upgraded 19-inch wheels, I think the chrome would have probably matched a little bit better with that. But still, I think this looks a lot better than it did before. The Model 3s now have a power trunk as well, which is something a lot of people have been requesting for a long time. The good thing is that it mimics the way the Model Y's trunk works. So it can now remember a new height, and it has an adjustable height. So if you have a lower garage, or let's say if you can't reach up that high, you can have it remember a new height for you and won't open up past that. You just set a new height by holding the button in the back for 3 seconds, and then it'll remember that and it won't open up past that. There's also a few other minor changes to the outside of the car. The wheels have been upgraded regardless of which car you get, so they're slightly improved. But the biggest improvement by far comes on the performance model. That now has the Uber Turbine wheels, which look so sick in my opinion, and again match really, really well with the satin black trims. There were problems before with water leaking into the trunk, and apparently now there's improved weather stripping on the trunk, so hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. Interestingly, the front of the car apparently is a little bit smaller too, supposedly due to the heat pump. But again, I've never had a frunk before, so just having that at all is an improvement to me. Now on to the interior of the car. The biggest change here is going to be the center console. It's completely redesigned, and it has a matte finish, as opposed to before it had a glossy black finish, and apparently it was a huge fingerprint and scratch magnet. Everybody that I know that has a Model 3 would get it wrapped. The mechanism for opening and closing the center console has also changed. There's also wireless chargers that are exposed right on front, and this entire thing just seems like it's a lot simpler to use. Another change that I don't think is insignificant at all is the USB port for the flash drive for Sentry mode is inside of the glove box now, and this can be pin protected. So this makes it just that much more secure. So if somebody can get into your car, they won't be able to get into the glove box and steal that flash drive unless they absolutely tear everything apart. Comparing this Model 3 to my buddy's 2018 Model 3, there were a few other changes that we noticed on the inside. Like there's a couple other places where there's a matte finish where there used to be a glossy finish. The buttons for opening the doors now have a logo on them, so you know what they're for. That's basically it. There might have been a couple other minor changes around the car, but that should cover the major ones. Out of all of those, the range is probably the most important one to me, but I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. What are your guys' favorite changes? Please let me know in the comments below. But with that being said, there are a few other things I need to mention. You can't really talk about a Tesla without talking about build quality issues, and I definitely want to talk about that because today I spent a lot of time with my buddy that used to work at Tesla inspecting the car. He had an entire checklist of things to go through. He also has a YouTube channel. I'm going to link that below, and he helped me out a lot. The first thing we noticed was some very small bumps on the back of the car. I don't know if there was something stuck on that part before they painted it, but whatever it was, it left small little marks. There's not that many of them, probably like 3 or 4 on the back that we found, and it's super small, so not that big of a deal. Another thing is on the back, the lights seem to be slightly misaligned on the left, on the right. Just seems like it's off by a few millimeters, nothing too crazy. It seems kind of crazy to me that with a car at this price range, we have to go through a checklist of things to make sure they didn't give you a broken car. But it is what it is. I am willing to sacrifice that for having all the features and other amazing things that Tesla brings. So overall, I am very happy with my purchase. I have been enjoying myself for the last 24 hours. I've already put around 200 miles on it. And I am definitely going to put way more in the upcoming days. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on the 2021 Model 3. Do you guys think it's a big enough change to be called a refresh? I personally think it is, but would love to hear what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you hit the like button and subscribed, because like I said, I am going to be making a lot more Tesla videos coming up. But for now, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next video.